How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Hbar update for you guys. The last Hbar video we were talking about Hbar heading up towards 5 cent, and we've seen that happen exactly. So well done if you did tune into the last Hbar update. I'm going to briefly show you. It was 4 days ago, and we can see over here that we were talking about Hbar coming into that daily 55 moving average as it was at 4.8 cent down there, and we can see price not only went to the 55 moving average but absolutely went straight through it. So very nice to see that Hbar is working through the moving averages, making new highs, and this is actually playing out exactly as we predicted, because we were calling for a pump ever since coming down here. In fact, guys, we were saying that we were going to pump from here even before we managed to come down there. As we were at these moving averages over here, we were calling for price to dump down into the 1414 as there was previous support to the left, form a right shoulder out of an inverse head and shoulders and head up to 5 cent, and then after heading up to 5 cent, looking at that 1 Fibonacci level. And we can see everything has played out exactly as predicted. And you have now, if you've been tuning in, seeing that for yourself. So go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, because I know a lot of you aren't subscribed, and if you just want to give it a go and see how the mentorship is, I'll link a single mentorship session in the like links down below if you want to look into that, or private message me for the course to join the chat. We've now just posted a Bitcoin update on YouTube and entered a trade on Bitcoin. If I now head over to Bitcoin over here, we can see two positions. So last week we did profit in the Discord community. So every single person that's a student, whether they took action on the course or the mentorship, gets 3 months totally free in the chat, and then after that it's 50% off. Whether they leave, join, it doesn't matter. They have that rate going forward. We are currently in profit on that Bitcoin position over here, very slight profit, so I'm really not looking at it at the moment. I'm really not caring at the moment. I've set my stop loss beneath this low, as that would be the invalidation point. But we're now looking at this previous trade over here, which was pretty much the same reasoning as entering this. We have a low over here that's higher than that, so essentially got higher lows. That is the invalidation point. Exactly the same reasoning for entering here. Although we didn't have the higher low as of yet, we had this low, and I know going forward, as long as we can maintain this, any candles printing above this is a higher low. We got a higher low over here, and then we continued higher eventually to the targets. If you want to profit along with us, join my Discord community. If you want to learn it for yourself, then taking action on the course or the mentorship actually gives you 3 months totally free in the chat, which would be worth £60. So heading back over to Hbar right now, we can see that Hbar is currently, after meeting that 1 Fibonacci level, starting to retrace back down to those key moving averages. It has already done so. I'm going to go on a separate Hbar chart that actually has this one over here. I have already marked out on this one. So yeah, it's pretty much playing out as we thought, bouncing off that 1414, and we can see that it's come back down to retest those key moving averages after this breakout that we can see was above this high over here. So that's nice to see that we're trying to create this reversal wave. What I will do now for you guys is measure from the 786 fib over here. Ooh, just did not work out as I thought. 786 fib right there to the 1414 target, and we can see that currently we are at the golden pocket, so we're trying to create that reversal wave. We've broken through this resistance point over here, but we need to create the reversal wave, and this will happen on the reclaim of that 1 fib level as well as that 618. So get above 5.4, let's just say 5.4 cent, 54 cent, and then we will continue higher. There are some levels of resistance up ahead, but we'd be looking at wherever that 200 daily moving average is. At that 786 fib, we had multiple things screaming for targets to the upside even before we came down to the 1414. I was suggesting if we ever do get above the 1 Fibonacci, we would head up to those targets. We can see previously that we failed to do so as we ran into the 786 and closed beneath the 1 Fibonacci. So I was essentially saying that we need to hold this low, form a higher low, which we did, and we're now looking for that breakout. In fact, guys, if you think about it deeply and we compare this to that Bitcoin trade that was a success last week, it's actually a similar setup, because let's say if you even entered over here and it went into minus, As long as it's staying above this low, which is where your stop loss should be, price should then eventually go up. So even if you entered somewhere over here quite late on this pump and you didn't wait for the pullback, you would have gone into minus here with stop loss beneath it. So would have gone to halfway to stop loss but didn't hit it. You formed a high low on the 1414 and you're looking to break this high, which is, so you'd basically be at break even if you entered over here, for example. So it's looking like that Bitcoin trade that we did take last week over here, where on the 4-hour time frame we have this low over here that can't be lost. As long as you maintain it, we do eventually break higher. That is the same reasoning for this trade. If this is lost, then this is wrong. Just like if we came down to here and lost this low, that is no longer a bullish trade. That is wrong. So it's a similar thing here. I'm putting my stop loss where the trade is wrong. And so the H bar over here is the exact same thing. H bar USDT.P. on the Binance, we can see the exact same thing pretty much, where we had this low. Even if you entered quite late over here, still came down into minus. No worries as it didn't lose that low. That would be the invalidation point of this bullish trade potentially, and we were of course breaking out to the upside. We broke out and have now back tested the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders that I've been calling for on the channel. That's why we saw those titles on those videos. We were just simply waiting and waiting and waiting, but it finally came. And we can now actually see over here, if we draw a neckline through these wicks, these bodies over here, my mistake. So let's get a nice line. So we get this exactly. So let's just make that. Yeah, there we go. So something like this is now creating another inverse head and shoulders pattern over here. So even if we do start to come down now, again, we just need to now maintain this 1414, but we've got some key support at the 1.272 as well as these moving averages just up ahead. So shoulder, head and shoulder over here, looking to break out, back test the 1 Fibonacci, and then of course head up to our higher price targets. Again, the fib rules, and a lot of these patterns targets over here, just like this inverse head and shoulders, as well as this ascending triangle over here. All those targets are signaling for this golden pocket up here. However, please be aware the 200 daily EMA is at the way at the 786 fib. I hope you have been enjoying this video so far. I know a lot of you are not subscribed, so please do me a favor and subscribe. We're on the road to 7K as quick as we can. We'll finally now scale down to the 4-hour time frame, where we can see, some sort of a build up of support over here with higher lows. And what I would do in this situation is draw down a resistance like this, going through this wick just to see how it is at first, where we've actually back tested a support right now on the 20 moving average, with price, as we can see, multiple times rejecting exactly at this resistance with wicks. And then as we can see, this breakout where we back tested that ascending resistance that we just drew out, this newly formed inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frame. See exact rejection there after the breakout over here, and rejecting it with wick rejections on this previous inverse head and shoulders neckline over here as well. So pretty much what all of these lines are suggesting is that they are correct, they are valid, and we are respecting absolutely all three of these over here. So going forward, I need to see a break past this wick over here, which would be a reclaim of this ascending resistance, through into this 1 Fibonacci box, and then heading over to higher price targets. As it's still currently resistance, we need to be very careful over here, because we could just be pumping into it to get rejected. Remember that this is currently still support with the 20 and the 12 moving average, as well as this support over here and this descending support over here, because it was the previous resistance. So we're still maintaining higher lows. And as that's still the case, as we're still holding this lows over here, as long as we can continue to do so, and the 200 EMA is also telling me while still above this, price should actually continue higher. So we're just simply waiting for a burst through this 1 Fibonacci to head to higher price targets. Guys, I'm looking forward to this next move. Let me know your thoughts. Will we actually continue lower? That was my dog Ivy, really do apologize. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Are we just rolling over from resistance, heading back down and losing the 200 EMA, heading back to the 1414? Again, you can go down there, but I think that this is a low that we formed. I think that at the moment, if we were to come down, it will probably be down to around the 200 EMA over here, 1.272 to the 200 EMA. As we are above 5 cent, you also need to look at that as well, which is right over here on that exact body candle close. So we're seeing that that's exactly being held as support very nicely, and after holding it exactly, we've printed a high low on 505. So yeah, going forward, just maintain, the 1.272. It's quite a large area over here. just maintain this area over here, and price should eventually go up from here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'm going to link some things in the description down below. Whether you want to private message me on my Twitter to find out more information about my offers, join the chat to profit along with us, as we are doing right now in that Bitcoin trade, currently sitting in a slight profit at the moment, and pretty much a complete carbon copy of the trade to the left over here, but a much smaller take profit. I already mentioned in the chat that you could target over like anywhere in this area. It doesn't necessarily have to be at that exact take profit. You could just take it to the highest this close over here, for example, but the stop loss just needs to be below this. If you want to learn this for yourself, then I'm here to coach you one-to-one. Just private message me. I've taught over 85 people. There's 85 people in the chat, and all of them are students, maybe apart from like 2 or 3 of them are not students. That is it from me today. I have a course, and with these 2 options, the mentorship and the course, you get 3 months in my chat for free. Thank you guys.